Hello traders, good afternoon. This is Madhuram and welcome to the post-market analysis episode from Trade Education. Today is episode 3. Before I start, just a quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. The information which I share here is for educational purposes only and cannot be used as your for your trading decisions. Okay. So quickly, let me start with Nifty. What happened in Nifty, and so basically today was one of those days where where small losses of the past 2 3 days you can make it even just in a single day. So let me just quickly start. What I'll do, let me just switch over to my Ninja Trader and just start from the daily analysis perspective. So what was happening is yesterday's day, if you see, so previous to that was an outside bar and then we had an inside bar. So when you have that type of setup, there is a sort of imbalance which is happening between these 2 days. So how to monitor, or what should you do? Or what should you do for trading the next day? So basically what you have to do is so there is a sort of imbalance because 13th was an outside bar and this was an inside bar. You can also say that this was in a 2 day range. So from the range, if you trade range and if there is a breakout on the downside and if the auction is still developing lower, that is a good trade location to go short. And you can go short and you can enjoy the entire trading auction till the end of the day. So this is what I was looking at. That was my thought process. From the daily chart perspective, the levels which I was monitoring is this area. This was an area of support, that is 10,800, and I was also seeing whether this is entering back to the demand zone. Okay, so let us look at what happened in the Nifty chart. So today was I think one of the amazing days or trading days which I had. So the references which I was monitoring was previous day's low and the 13th September lows, which you can see here. These are the two where I was monitoring the auction. So what will happen is the open was within yesterday's range. So this was the value, and the value was going to form lower because the open was within yesterday's range. This was an HV in which I was looking to get tagged, which did not happen, and the auction just developing around the lows of yesterday. So what I was looking at, I was just monitoring the confidence, and when A period completed and B period started, this gave me a sort of confidence that we will be clearing, because after clearing the yesterday's low, this was where I was monitoring the confidence, the 13th September. When this also was taken out, that is where I took a trade. I took a trade when this 13th September low was cleared. So around this area, and this was a very good trade. I took a short position. I shorted futures, and basically I exited somewhere 10,040 something, 10,840 levels. Yeah. So this was a good 109 points more. So 109 points with one lot futures in Nifty, man, that's very good. So I had an amazing trade here. Also, the same scenario I was looking, so the same scenario was getting developed in the bank Nifty chart. So let me quickly go through the Nifty chart. Before that, from VSA, if you see, there was a sort of rejection from this VWAP level. There was this wick, and there was just the auction was just developing lower. So once you see this type of rejection and there was this VSA signal, and then you can just go short here, and that is at 10,980 levels, and you just wait for the auction, or just you can trade the entire down move. This was a very pretty good down move. Okay, so that's how I traded Nifty. Now let me quickly take you to the Bank Nifty chart. So Bank Nifty, similarly like Nifty, yesterday was an inside day and day before was an outside day. So you can say that this was nothing but a sort of balance and a failure to the downside or a breakdown. You go short, that is a very good trade location. So from the volume profile, from the monthly volume profile, what I was looking at whether the auction is entering the demand zone or not. So what was happening in Bank Nifty? Bank Nifty, it was pretty clear. The levels which I was monitoring is this previous day low, which is here. Second, which I was monitoring, second, which I was seeing is the 13th September low and the 11th September low. So they were pretty close by just 2 to 3 ticks above. So that's what I consider them as weak lows. So what I was, so if you see, as soon as the A period just went, the auction process below went below the AP, below this low reference, and again the B period went. So what I did is I just went short at this level where the price was just moving sideways, and the target was first this weak lows, and I did not expect that we will get such big downward move. This was pretty, I would say, alarming or pretty surprising for me, because if I would have made even more money, minted more profits. So from here uh, till this, so this was a 500 rupees or a 500 points move. Now this was a splendid move which happened in Bank Nifty. So tomorrow we need to monitor tomorrow we need to see that we see more downfall. If that fails, then again the auction will be developing within this range. The value, if you see the value is higher, only the price moved down. So that is not a good sign. But let's see what's in store or what's in store for us tomorrow, or from the Bank Nifty perspective. Okay, so Bank Nifty also was a good trade. The idea here is, stick to your trade plan. Do not, because to be very honest, I have lost a lot of money, and I try to safeguard my hard-earned money because I'm a retail trader. Also, I don't do a job. I do a consulting. I'm a freelancer, and I'm also a consultant, and so I don't have a steady source of income. So I have very limited capital for trading, and I take trading as a business. So always stick, so manage your risk and always protect your, safeguard your money, safeguard your capital, because if you don't have capital today, it won't be, you won't be able to enter the markets tomorrow. Okay. So now let me quickly move to crude oil. Crude oil was this crude oil is having a very good news sentiment, and which we saw yesterday because of the Saudi drone attacks. And what is happening is the auction is just developing around this clustered high. So this is a clustered high, and right now it is at 4501. The next sort of resistance we will see is at this level, that is nothing at 4700. So it is again about 200 points up. So that's what happened. Let's quickly look at the volume profile, if we are able to find any trade location or any area of resistance or any areas of support. So one is about this, so this level. So right now it is just trading at the resistance level. If you see the high of yesterday, it is not going beyond that. Even the close, if you see, it is trading below that. So that's not a good sign. Uh, we will see a sort of sideways auction development. So what's happening right now? So what happened yesterday? Let me just split this to profiles. So yesterday, yesterday what I shared is, this is the level which I'm monitoring. This is a 500 points. Crude was trading in a 500 points range, and this is the range high. And failure to go below enter or failure to enter below this range, or auction developing below this range, is a good sign to take a long. So this is what we see. The auction was just developing sideways, and I shared yesterday that the first target is, so you just go along with taking the day's high. So this was clearly taken high. This was clearly visible. Again, what happened? The US session when it started. So this was the overnight session high, and this was the reference levels which I was monitoring. Again, the auction was just developing sideways around this level, indicating failure, so indicating that we will get a move up or a move down. Higher odds that we will get a move up because there was a new sentiment for crude oil, and that's what we saw. This was a pretty big move, and today the current overnight session. These are the monitoring references. So there is a failed auction sell, but there is this HVN here and there is an HVN here. So what is happening? It just tagged this HVN, and right now the auction is just developing at this level. So failure to continue higher will give us, this is the scenario one which I'm expecting to clear this level, and this is also an HVN. So let's see. Also, it is the overnight session, so we won't be seeing much volumes. Uh, Currently, the crude oil is balancing. This profile, if you see, a lot of emotional buying. Here, the same thing, a lot of emotional buying. Also, this is sort of, you can say this is sort of a double distribution, or you can say a triple distribution, because there are these three spikes. So basically three HVN. So there is HVN1, HVN2, and HVN3. And this can be your level of reference to monitor. Failure, or if the auction gets here, so you have to see the tempo. The tempo is slow, then there will be sideways auction developing. The tempo is fast, and if the auction again comes back here, then we can say we can take a short. So let's see what happens in the US session and the US markets. So thank you guys, and one more thing which I'd like to share is please do subscribe to my channel, and please try to share it with your friends and with your trading community, so that they can also learn the power of market profile. And also please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Telegram channel, and also visit my website tradeeducation.com. So thank you for today, and let's see what's in tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Bye for now.